Hey guys, Wyrd Minis here with more Obscurities and miniatures, and we're just rolling on with the 10 Thunders, doing some more Malifaux, and we are going to build the Charm Warders today. Now, the Charm Warders, I'm not sure what's going on here. They are flying around on ethereal energy powered lanterns and throwing devil signs and having Psylocke energy blades going on. I don't know. They're kind of crazy. So it only seemed appropriate then that I pick some up to build. Now, thankfully, they're in the longer box, which means that the sprue is not going to be smashed into a million pieces. But I already hear stuff. Oh, here's a foot that just came rolling out. Never a good sign when you have random Malifaux parts already coming out of the package. All right, so they're on 30mm bases. That's crazy because I just built the crime bosses. The crime bosses were on 40s. They're on 30s, and these are the new ones. I don't know if you guys have noticed that Wyrd has slowly but surely, some of these late edition models for 2nd edition they are a little bit deeper, more recessed, and they have lost our little magnet spot on the bottom, but we do have the logo there. I'm not sure how I feel about the new bases. They remind me of the other side ones, a little bit more flat, smaller. They're definitely not anywhere near as tall as a Wild West Exodus base, but, you know, a base is a base, and you can probably end up with millions of them if you're like me. So, each of these models, that's interesting, gets a big honking huge sprue, and they're made out of quite a bit of parts. So, I don't see anything teeny tiny other than the random foot. And here is its compatriot, floating around there. Doesn't look super complicated, but then again, neither did the Gordial, and we all know what trying to attach those spirits was like. So this is the other one. Interesting that the head's attached, but naturally, since it's a Malifaux model, there's no face. The face is a separate part. We're going to have to glue that on. It's over here. And individual feet and an individual hand. There's our devil horns. Awesome. Let's try not to destroy those fingers, because that seems like a very easy thing to do. How is the detail on the face? They have some interesting masks, kind of a Cyclopsian no mask, but not really no masks. But anyway, all right, I'm going to give these a try, and hopefully it will not involve a whole lot of swearing, because I think my kids went to bed, and I don't want to wake them up as I glue my fingers together trying to build this. Hopefully, since the parts look nice and big, and there's quite a few of them, things will go smoothly. Wish me luck. Alright guys, we got our Charm Wardens all built up here, and I gotta say, I am pretty impressed. Despite having lots of little parts, and I mean little as in like, you know, look at her teeny tiny hands little, things went together really smoothly and really intuitively. I was quite impressed by how the pieces, everything kind of just layers on. They've got obviously multiple layers, and I obviously need to do a better job of cleaning it, but that's a whole nother story. Things fit together well. I really liked that. And to me, these kind of figures just epitomize what I really love about Malifaux. There's just such unique sculpts that, I mean, they don't really belong or have a place in any other game. I can't think of any other game that has a unique of his look as Malifaux stuff does. I mean, especially if you like a lot of the, you know, Far East, Chinese, Japanese, mythological stuff. There's not a lot of other lines you're going to get this much interesting model material outside of maybe like Shadows of Brimstones, at least in plastic. Obviously, you have a lot of options in metal and resin, but they're just cool, interesting figures, and they're giant smoking lanterns. I mean, it's different. And I think that's one of the things I really like about them. And again, funny enough, despite the crazy amount of parts and just the way they are positioned, everything sits really nicely. They're not even glued on their bases. There's no balancing issues. That's my biggest worry, was when I was putting these ladies, I'm assuming they're ladies, spirits, that they were going to be really top heavy, things were going to flop over, they were going to be really problematic, but no, not at all. They are quite stable and sturdy, and they're just really kind of cool looking models. My hope is to see what they're like in 3rd edition, but also I'm sure I'm going to be using them in games like Sengoku Monster Hunter, which I know I've plugged many, many times, and using many, many Malifaux models as well. It's just a fun little game. And we'll grab a couple of figures. We have a Forgotten Marshal off camera there, but you can see even on their lanterns, they're not that huge. And I was kind of surprised about that as well. I thought, you know, oh, with all these parts, they're going to be like on 40mm bases. They're going to be huge. Nope, not really. Not at all. I was quite surprised by that. So, where's our Witch Hunter friend? I know he's around here. I have a pile of models sitting to my side here, just waiting. She's not even on the camera now. Ah, she finally fell. So, I mean, you know, you could use them as ghosts of some sort, and your typical Warhammer games. You can use them in Kensei. You can use them, you know, in Ronin if you really wanted to. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities with models like this. They're just kind of cool, kind of different, and they were a lot of fun to build. And for me, that's probably the biggest allure is I like lots of parts that are easily put together on a model that is quite intuitive in how to build it. And despite a couple of ugly seams that need some cleaning up, they were pretty nice models. So they get a big enthusiastic thumbs up for me. Very unique, very different. You know, you don't usually see ghost ladies with cyclopean masks riding on giant smoking paper lanterns. I guess you do in Malifaux, though. So, with that said, as I've mentioned in quite a few of these other Malifaux videos, take a look online because a lot of these models that were coming out towards the end of 2nd edition, it seems like there's such a glut of them that they are really letting them go for rock bottom prices. And if you're interested just in building it from a modeling perspective or just looking for something out of the ordinary to build, I'd say these are pretty cool models. And I honestly got them for probably under 10 bucks. I don't even remember where now, but I know I got them cheap. So keep your eyes peeled. And keep your eyes peeled on some of our other videos. We got plenty more where that came from. This has been High Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities and Miniatures saying thanks for watching. We'll see you all later. Bye-bye.